Hello, everybody. You guys have been busy down here chatting, making me laugh. Did you come up with a song yet? Hey, Joe. All right, I just got to make sure that my audio is good. I will drop the link again for that. Are you guys asking for the shirt link? I don't know if I can copy and paste it like I did. Let's see. Hold on one second. I gotta manually type it out really quick. Okay, there's the link for the Justice for Gannon shirts. And they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous shirts. I believe all of the proceeds go to the family. I think it's a great thing that somebody is doing this. They're making shirts, and a lot of us have invested our hearts into this case, and to have a shirt to remember Gannon by. And I believe they say, actually, I can look and tell you what they say really quick. And the link is posted in our Facebook group as well. Let me pull them up really quick. They say justice for our hero, Gannon Strong, and then it's got the blue, like superhero with the cape at the top and the blue ribbon at the bottom where it says Gannon Strong. They're very pretty. They're black with gray writing underlined in blue with blue color. I'm buffering. Am I buffering for everybody or just a couple? Yeah, it's Colorado veterans that are doing it, right? Or no, it's through Iron Apparel. I'm sorry. It's called the Gannon Strong Collection. All proceeds from the items sold in the collection will be donated to the Stauch family to be spent as they see fit. Gannon is found, his family can find closure, his legacy is honored, and justice is served. We are a veteran-owned business. We still store and ship all of our orders out of our basement in Lorson Ranch, the same neighborhood that Gannon's family lives in. This case hit close to home, touched our hearts, and truly affected thousands of people in our neighborhood and throughout the country. Gannon is our hero. I believe they are taking orders until Saturday, March 7th at midnight Mountain Standard Time. It says if you decide not to purchase a shirt or a hoodie, please share this with as many people as possible to get the word out, to help raise money and get Gannon's story as much attention as possible. So I think it's a good cause. It's, a veteran-ran company, and okay, so that's fine now. Good. All right, let's see who's here. I know I saw a lot of familiar faces. Hi, Carla and Peggy, Glowing Ember. Oh, Glowing Ember, I haven't seen that by Duty Ron. I have not seen that. I'll have to check that out. Haven't seen it, but thank you for letting me know about it. Trina, I don't know what you were kidding about. I must have missed that comment. Sorry. but I'm sure I would laugh at it. Hey Wendy, hey Mojo, hey Dee, Tambra, hi Jill, hey Star Shooters, hey Amanda. Oh, there's so many of you here. Isn't that picture beautiful? True crime enthusiasts? I love it. It's so pretty. Hey Joe, I think I. Hi Yvette. So I don't know. I probably need to send the shortened link to my mods so that they can post it. I know I sent a couple out. I'm not very organized tonight. Okay. Anyways, what's new in the Gannon Stauch case today? Hey Ari. Hey Joni. Hey Jenny. Aw, Dawn J. I love Amy too. Hey, every day is Sunday. Hey Texas girl. Okay, so what's new in Gannon's case today? This case is going to be probably a very slow progression. She is being held in Kansas right now, and it is strictly a courtesy hold. She's not in trouble in Kansas or anything like that, as far as we know. The Saline County Jail is located in Salina, Kansas, off of I-70. And the reason for her incarceration there tonight is in transit courtesy hold. So they're making her sleep on a cot tonight. Hey, Shannon. Hey, Irish. True crime enthusiast, and her hair is washed. Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. So I think earlier there were reporters camped outside of El Paso County Jail anticipating her to be there today. I don't know if I read that wrong or not. Today's kind of been a blur. But she will most likely, I would say, be in Colorado tomorrow. What other things have happened today? There were a lot of rumors posted about the stuff being moved out of the house. And I'll actually share some of that with you really quick. If I can find it. Okay, so Landon actually replied to the post circulating about Al moving out, and there were posts about Al getting rid of Gannon's things, which is completely untrue. I'll read you, or I'll put her post up. Let me believe it's this one. Let's see. There you go. So this is Landon's comment directly that she posted in regards to the rumors. She said his stuff is being kept. He rents and has to have things out by Friday. We have Gannon's things labeled and kept. Can't let anything go ever, and we still have not found him. I could not go because I am not ready for that. But unfortunately, he has a time to follow, and she's referring to Al. He's moving out of his rental house, and he has to be out by Friday. So on top of being told that his son has been murdered, allegedly by his wife and stepmother of his son this week, He's now dealing with his son still has not been found, and he has to move, pack up his entire rental house, and have it empty by Friday. So it's very sad. And like Landon said, she could not make herself go because she's not ready for that. And unfortunately, Al has a time frame to follow. And she ended it with thank you for everything and keeping my baby as your hero. So that takes care of that rumor. Now, let's see. El Paso County posted this earlier. Gannon has not been found. We are still looking for him to bring him home to his family so that he can have a proper burial. The only information deemed credible regarding the search for Gannon will come from El Paso County Sheriff's Office. They hashtagged it Find Gannon, Stop the Rumors. So I'm sure some people have seen it circulating online. I personally haven't seen it. I've heard about it, but I'm thankful that El Paso County cleared this up because I'm sure that's very hurtful for the family to constantly see people typing online that their son's body has been recovered. That's hurtful. And I'm thankful that they addressed this. So that one's cleared up. And then we got Tisha's incident report. I gotta find it. So we're gonna go back to this one until I find it. Her incident report of her arrest. We have that, and it looks like she was arrested around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the address. It was at a public location, and the wording is interesting because I think I've seen some things online posted that she was arrested inside the mall. But I don't know that to be true, and I don't think anybody, I don't know, everybody has a lot to say, and I understand that. There's a lot of speculation out there because there's a lot that we don't know. But I have a theory, and it's just a theory. I'll speculate on it. Let me pull that up really quick. I don't know if it's that one. So I guess we can do all of them, even though I'm blind as a bat and have to make it big to read. Okay. So this is the incident investigation report from Myrtle Beach Police Department. It was reported at 10:06 a.m. on Monday. And it says the victim business name was Society and Public, which is interesting. But the address that they have her right here, it says premises type. She was arrested in a parking lot. So I think that rules out her being inside of a mall. You can't really be arrested in a parking lot if you're inside a mall. There is a mall at that address, but there's also rental car companies at that address as well. So, I mean, it's pretty, the first page is pretty boring. The second page isn't that much more exciting, but it's better than, okay. It says on March 2nd, 2020, at approximately 1000 hours, officers responded to the 1100 Coastal Grand Circle to assist federal agents with the FBI. At approximately 1000 hours, officers with the Myrtle Beach Police Department, along with the federal agents, awaited the arrival of a wanted suspect offender. Upon the offender's arrival, she was taken into custody without incident. The offender was wanted full extradition from El Paso County, Colorado. The offender was then transported to the Myrtle Beach Police Annex for further processing. I was able to obtain a warrant for the offender for fugitive from justice. The offender was served with her copy, and I read her the description of the offense. The jail was also provided with their copies. Nothing further at this time. So this is actually interesting because they knew that she was going to arrive at this location. They stated it right here. At approximately 1000 hours, officers with the Myrtle Beach Police Department with the FBI awaited the arrival of a wanted suspect. They knew she was coming to that location, and that's why I believe, and I might not be right, but it is my belief that she was arrested at this location because the address is 1100 Coastal Grand Circle. And there are actually two, oh, 1 second. There are two rental car companies there. Let me get that really quick. I believe there's a Hertz is one of them. I don't know. I'm not. Is this? Well, I thought I saved them. Maybe I didn't. Okay, maybe I didn't save them. I can get them up here though. I have them on my phone too. Okay, so at that address, there is the Coastal Grand Mall, but there's also Avis Car Rental, and there's also a Budget Rent-A-Car at the same address. And we know she has a history of using rental car companies, so that's just my guess. That's what I'm guessing at the moment. Especially because she was arrested in a parking lot and they knew what time she was going to arrive. That makes me think she was either scheduled to pick up a rental car or she was dropping off a rental car. I don't know. Let's see what your comments say. That's what I think. I don't know if she was going to run Star Angel, but I'm sure that the FBI seized, if she had a rental car in her possession, I'm sure they seized that from her. And kept that as evidence. I'm still trying to figure out if she flew to South Carolina or if she drove. And I don't know. My instincts say that she drove. That's what I truly think. I don't know. But I just feel like her and her daughter drove back to South Carolina, and they would have done so with a rental car. Yes, she is, Shannon. Yes, she is. That's why I have a major concern that, there is that possibility that, Gannon may not be in Colorado. That I think that's something that detectives probably would consider as well. Yeah, if she drove, yikes, I agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's the civil lawsuit about, Amanda? What's that about? Yeah, glowing ember. I was actually so I can go I posted the charges earlier in the Facebook group and like the meaning behind them, and they're very alarming, especially that tampering with a human corpse. That's very alarming. Yeah, the Jaco, if you could answer that better, I don't know what you're talking about. Darwin, I believe when I mapped it out, it's about 1,700 to 1,800 miles from Colorado Springs to Myrtle Beach. Yeah, I think most rentals they do have GPS in them now. Amanda's dropping the link to sign the petition to name a street after Gannon, which I think is an amazing idea. Sarah, I think there's been a lot of speculation about who she was staying with. I don't really want to go there until I know for sure. Hold on one second, guys. I have to look at my phones. I just got a text from a family member. Hold on one second. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I have not heard that she has an attorney. I would assume that she's going to get an attorney because at the very least, she will get a public defender. Aw, Casey, you ordered a shirt. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, Danette, I believe it was similar to that. Okay, so Daily Dale, they made an announcement that she's in Kansas at she's in Salina, Kansas at the Saline County Jail. She's just a courtesy hold there for transport. I don't know anything about it. I mean, I think that's en route, isn't it? Let me look. Let me look. I think that is I-70 is the way to go to Colorado, isn't it? Yeah, they are, Tanette, and oops, I hit the wrong button. I think it's good that they're doing that because I mean, it does cause speculation, but can you imagine what the speculation would be if they let the evidence out? And not only that, but they they have to keep that information close to their vest. They have to guard it. Joe, hopefully it's a rough ride. They have to not let anything out. So I don't. Yvette, there's been a lot of speculation. It looks like she put a lot of miles on there, but then it was stated that the rental car company made an error. However, that was stated before she was arrested and when she was still very actively trolling online, pleading her case to the public. So I think we'll find out if that's true. I don't know. I don't know. I can't see that. I don't understand why the rental company would release that receipt and not have corrected it. I mean, because you're talking the difference between driving 90 miles, around 90 miles total, or driving almost 1,000 miles total. So I don't know, there's a lot unanswered. There's a lot unanswered. Too much, but we're going to get answers. I think the priority right now is getting her back to Colorado. Gannon needs to be found. He needs to be brought home. And as far as that TBI stuff, that having a traumatic brain injury, yeah, I don't buy it. I think that's just damage control I mean, she still has people out there who are trying to do her dirty work for her on the internet. There's a Twitter account that's in her name, but if you follow the links, it goes to an Instagram and a YouTube channel and all of the above. So I don't buy the traumatic brain injury. I feel like if she had a traumatic brain injury, she said enough over the past few weeks, she would have said that. I think it's possibly just trying to paint a defense, or I don't know. I don't know. We're still working on that, Tanya, believe it or not. That is the $1,000,000 question. That is the $1,000,000 question. Who she really is. Yeah, Don J. TBIs don't make you murder. She does have some flying monkeys out there. Yep. Yeah. So yeah, they make some good traction today, huh? If they only have 465 miles left to go to get her back, they made some good timing. Got some miles under their feet, and she's got more spots than any leopard you've ever seen. That's funny. Um, a lot of people have been speculating or just asking or theorizing that maybe she'll talk, maybe she won't. She is essentially the key to where Gannon is. And I think what worries me is that she doesn't have the death penalty on the table. She's got her charges are first-degree murder with, if convicted, it would be life without parole. And because Colorado abolished the death penalty, the only thing that they could really do is plea it down maybe to, the possibility of parole after like 50 years to get her to talk. I don't know how much pleading they can really do. to get her to speak with the charges that she has against her. So I don't know. I just keep hoping and praying, and not that I have faith in her, but I keep hoping and praying that maybe the more that she's alone, the more she'll think and be in her own head. Not that I think she has a conscience or she's going to have a come to Jesus moment or anything, but maybe she'll just, something will make her crack and talk. That is a great point, Sparta. Great point. They're driving her to try to build a relationship of trust with her and get her to talk. You're right, Soul for Music. You're right. You know, it's always possible that the right detective can get through to her. We saw it happen in other cases, right? Tammy with the FBI and Mr. Watts. She knew how to work him and got him to crack. So even if he did repeat, what she suggested to him at the moment, he still opened up and shared where Shanann, Bella, and Cece's bodies were. So maybe just the right detective in there talking to her will get her to crack. I want to stay positive and hope that she talks. I really do. I think we all want to see Gannon come home. And I know we all want to see Gannon come home. I know we all want his family to have the justice that they are going to get in time through the court of law, but we also want them to have closure. We want them to be able to lay their baby to rest. We want them to be able to give him a proper funeral. So we definitely just need to remain hopeful that she tells them where he is. They may have a good idea as well. And at the same time, we still have no idea. We don't know. All we know is that law enforcement has said that they believe Gannon to be gone. He's no longer here with us. They've charged her with first-degree murder. We don't know what evidence they have. So we don't know how Gannon was killed. It's not even something I like to think about, but it is something that's relevant to the case, and it's something that could be relevant to where his body is. I think they're still doing a lot of investigating. That's good to know, niece. That's very good to know. Oh, Grandma Ducky, she said that. Did she say that? I said that too, Tanya. I think a lot of most people go on suicide watch. I think it's pretty common with high profile cases, especially when they carry such immense repercussions. Her actions have essentially, if she is convicted, have sealed the fate of the rest of her life. And no matter what she has done, she's still a human being who's going to think about that, and that's going to weigh on her brain. I wish that is something that would have weighed heavily on her mind before she did what she did, but she does appear to be very much about herself, and now her own fate is in the hands of the judicial system and of law enforcement and investigators. So I would hope that they have her on suicide watch, because while I don't believe that she cares about anybody else's fate, she didn't care about Gannon's. I think she does care about her own. And I don't think that she wants to spend her life in prison. I don't. I think she thought she was going to get away with it. Yeah, soul for music. She has a lot of time to think, and she's probably freaking out. And I think she does, but if her daughter knows any, yeah, 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 ask her name. That's a good point. Glowing Ember. Ask her name. It's me. It's all about me, all about her. She's very much all about herself. We witnessed that over and over again. Yeah, somebody was talking about that earlier, that the law doesn't take effect before until July. But I was reading about that. We actually talked about that in the Facebook group. And even though it doesn't take effect until July, I don't think they're putting it on the table for anybody. And when you listen to them read the charges, they did not list it as a capital offense. And they said it was punishable by, the first degree murder charge was punishable by life in prison without the possibility of parole. There's no mention of the death penalty or capital offenses. So I don't think that she's looking at the death penalty at all. All right, I'm going to look at your comments from my phone because it's so hard to do it from here. Let me get to it. Somebody said that earlier as well, Alicia. Death would be going too easy on her. All right. Yeah, Texas doesn't joke around, right? I think one of your favorites is going to come on and talk, guys, and discuss some things with me. Yeah, that is the tendency these days, isn't it, Shannon? What did I do? I'm going to start using, even if Colorado does give death, they don't do it. It just gets pardoned in the last many years. Death row is comfy but solitary. It's a double-edged sword. I was talking about this the other day, that, I mean, death row is essentially like the hotel of the prison. They all get their individual cells, they're very well protected on death row. And I mean, they might get a lot of solitary time, but they're not bunking with anybody else but themselves. Hey, Amy.
Hey, Danielle.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm just finishing dropping a link and I'm doing this all wackadoodle. So here we
Yeah.
go. Sorry. Oh, goodness.
So, do you have any thoughts on her, Letitia,
Tisha's,
being arrested in a parking lot where there is a rental car company?
well, it doesn't look good, does it?
It doesn't. I just want to know if she was returning one or dropping one off. Or, I mean, picking one up. If she was returning one or picking one up.
Letitia's, so if we're talking about her getting ready to run somewhere or to hide, I don't think she'd take a rental car. So I think she was probably dropping it off. That's just
Gotcha.
I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Um, obviously they were watching her in
Yeah,
South Carolina.
they had to be watching her, or they
Hmm.
somehow knew her schedule to know that she would be there at that specific time. And that's
Right.
assuming that it was even at the rental car place. But when I think of her being at the mall, even the parking lot, like going shopping, okay? Say she
Right.
was in the parking lot, how do they know? How would they randomly know that she was going shopping unless they tapped her phone? Because they were sitting there already waiting for her when she
Right.
drove up. So that's why
Right.
I lean more towards she was going towards to the rental car company.
Right. Or they already had cooperation from someone close to her that was relaying information.
Right.
Something of that sort. It had to be. And just to clarify, it was around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? That she was.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes.
think there's some confusion in that. Hey, everybody that's saying hi. I'm not trying to be rude. Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, it was 10 a.m. Central, or sorry, 10 a.m. Eastern time, which would have made it 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Right.
And I'm with everybody that we talked about the TBI last night. They're all talking about the TBI that
Oh
was
yeah.
claimed. That is completely, I don't even know where the basis for that is. And I feel like Tisha had a lot to say.
Yeah. Well, Tisha's been laying groundwork for a while. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
really, and this is probably something that she dropped with someone along the way and just mentioned it like she mentions boards and cut feet and candles and played against sports and all that good stuff that she
right.
likes to talk about. Yeah.
Jessica, it's not hard to get on our Facebook group, but you have to answer every question and um
Have a profile picture.
you have to have a profile picture. You cannot be a fake account. You have to, like, when we ask how you found our group, if you found it on YouTube, it's just we don't like to invade anybody's privacy, but social media is a very trolling type of world, and we like to keep integrity in our groups. And I'm not saying that you wouldn't bring in integrity at all. I'm just saying, so we do vet every profile that comes in, and it's also possible that nobody has looked at the requests shortly. I mean, several of the mods for the group are down here in the chat right now as well. So I'll be sure to make sure that I get to all the requests tonight, I
Yeah.
promise.
Duty Ron is in the chat. Well, that's an
Is he?
honor. Yes. Hello,
Aw.
Duty Ron. Thank you for being here.
I've never met him, but if he would like to come up and speak with us, he's more than welcome to.
That would be
Just
amazing.
that would be amazing. Duty Ron, if you want to come speak with us, I'd love to hear your input on her charges.
I've watched Duty Ron. I really appreciate his perspectives, and he's very straightforward. And
Yeah,
yeah.
I've watched him quite a few times. I
Hmm.
have not. They said he did a video earlier today. Unfortunately, I did not get a chance to watch that yet
Hmm.
because I was working all day and you know, kids, life, all that good
Oh
stuff.
yes. Well,
So,
I'll tell you, I
I,
found him. If you don't mind me mentioning somebody, but
of course, you're fine.
okay, so I found Duty Run by way of Tori Hartman,
I
and
love
I
Tori
just,
Hartman.
me too, and I just adore her. And then, you know, he became pre-qualified like a credit card in my book because
Right,
they're
right.
friends. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I love Tori Hartman. I really love channels that have integrity and
mhm.
I think in the YouTube world, everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody, we're
Oh
human.
yeah.
Um, but I like character and Duty Ron. I love his channel. There's a few other channels I like. Um,
It's hard though when you like when you have your channel, you spend so much time dedicating to that. It's hard to get out of your space to check out what else is going on. So,
Yeah. I want to say I saw him on which channel did I see him on? Mommy Ramblings, maybe? I don't know.
yeah, he was
Yeah.
on Mommy
Yeah.
Rambling.
I saw him on
Mhm.
there. So he's one of the good guys. Yes, he is.
100%.
So I'm glad you're here, Duty Ron. Again, if you want to come on up and speak with us, you're more than welcome to, but don't feel pressured. You're also welcome to hang out in the chat. Yeah, that's a great thing, Connie. He will talk about the tough stuff and he respects everyone as long as
Hmm.
they're respectful. That's a great approach. It's probably the best approach out there
It's kind of the
because
golden rule.
it is. It's definitely the golden rule. I tend to stay in my own lane on YouTube. I do. I've been very vocal about that, and it has nothing to do with other creators or anything like that. I don't know. I think YouTube can be scary sometimes.
It can.
Yeah, So I do know what channels I respect though, and Duty Ron is one of those.
He's on the couch with Mrs. Duty Ron. He can't come up now, but maybe another time.
Aw,
Aw,
okay.
that's the
That would
best
be
place to
great.
be. That makes you
Yeah.
even more respectful in my book.
Duty Ron, if you don't mind me asking, what are your thoughts on Letitia's charges for the tampering with the corpse? You don't have to share if you don't want to, but
Oh, Raquel says this is the best lane I've been in.
oh, you're so sweet, Raquel. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
that is. That is.
Yeah, it's Tori Hartman. Tori
Mm-hmm.
Hartman. She's good.
She is. And I'm in love with her dog, Gavin.
Yeah. Yes. Aw.
Super sweet and intelligent. Yes.
Yeah. So I definitely think it was a rental car. I'm not saying that's true. Please don't quote me on that, guys. That's just, you know, logic, reason, process of
Right.
elimination. I don't know.
Right. Can you imagine what it's like to be on a road trip with Letitia? I mean,
Oh
what
my
is going
gosh.
on? What is going on in that car?
I have a hard time every time I look at Letitia's face. I can't imagine that being the last face that Gannon saw.
Oh,
I,
I
I,
can't
I
even.
really struggle with that. That is something that weighs heavy on my mind. And it also weighs heavy on my mind that that's what there was. There was a new article today. I
Wait, wait,
wanted
wait.
to, oh,
Hold on one second. I'm so sorry. Judy Ron answered you. Can you see him in the
oh,
chat?
let
I'm sorry, I
me,
didn't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to.
yeah, let me get that up there.
And thank you for that. Thank you for taking the time to answer.
Yes, thank you, Duty Ron. I greatly appreciate that. Duty Ron said her charges are strong, and she, in my eyes, has confessed to Colorado authorities and, oops, and the feds. She also gave herself up in South Carolina. That's interesting. That's
Mm.
interesting. So do you think that she's gonna lead them to his body? I noticed that there's no active searches planned. That is something I'd spoken to.
I hope she does.
Yeah, I do. I mean, that's
That it's never going to redeem what she did ever. I
right,
don't want that to be misunderstood, but it's part of the process and owning up to what you did.
right. Yes. It's definitely part of the process, and I feel like she has nothing to lose at this point.
No.
What does she have to lose? I mean,
Nothing. Nothing. Yes, Texas Angel. They are still asking for tips, credible tips. Um, that that has not changed.
Yes.
But I think what we're talking about is, today there were no active searches, so there might be some ambiguity about where he is, and he just needs to be home.
Hmm. He does. I want to find this article from earlier. It was way earlier that I shared it. Actually, I didn't share it. I'm sorry. Amanda shared it. Roderick Drayton spoke out actually today about
Oh,
the
really?
surveillance video. Yes. I'll read the article. It's from Fox 31 News, my favorite station, by the way.
Okay, I'm gonna
Um,
sneeze. So hold on.
okay. That was totally sarcasm, but I'll read their article. Um, it says neighbor with video evidence in Gannon Stauch case reacts to stepmom's arrest. The neighbor whose surveillance footage could be at the center of a child murder case is speaking out following the arrest of Letitia Stauch. Roderick Drayton says he knew Letitia had something to do with Gannon Stauch's disappearance. Until Monday, he had been hoping that somehow, some way, Gannon was still alive. Oh, you guys caught my Fox 31 joke, huh? Anyways, until Monday, he had been hoping that somehow, someway, Gannon was still alive. Drayton's video shows Gannon leaving with his stepmom, but Drayton says Gannon was nowhere to be seen when Letitia returned. I watched the video, Drayton said. I could slow it down, speed it up. I know he did not come home with her. I knew something. She had done something with him or to him. Drayton started reviewing footage after a knock on the door from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I just kept looking through the video, he said, hundreds of clips until I found it. From the start, as search teams traveled over acres of land looking for Gannon, Letitia has maintained her innocence. It's been really tough, said family friend Cassie Brown. Brown's son was friends with Gannon. The two bonded over video games. He really did love Sonic as much as everybody says, Brown said. Weeks following news of Gannon's disappearance, balloons and ribbons are still hard to miss in the Lorson Ranch neighborhood. The community continues to honor the memory of Gannon. So, hey,
Mm,
Doodlebug.
wow.
When that video was released, oh, Duty Ron said she could be leading him to his body when she arrives in Colorado. That process is going to take time. I feel in the next few days that, or less, we will hear about his remains recovered.
Oh, I
Thank
pray
you,
for
Duty.
that.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so. I just cannot imagine. I can't imagine being in these parents' shoes, in this family's shoes. But to be told that your 11-year-old son has been murdered by his stepmother.
Well, they just got some devastating news the other day, the worst news any parent can ever get. And
Right,
then not having him causes them to have to relive this two more times. They're going to have to relive it when
right,
he actually comes home, and they're going to have to relive it again when they lay him to rest.
right,
And
right.
it's cruel.
Yeah, and that brings me to back to Roderick's video. I said, and I may have said this publicly, I don't know, but I definitely know I said it privately. Yeah, and duty run, and then his poor family can start to lay him to rest. It's so
Yeah,
hard.
exactly.
So I looked at it from this perspective. The gentleman who released the footage, I do think that even though, because police and law enforcement and FBI, everything they do is very strategic. And I wholeheartedly believe if they did not want that video released, that
Oh.
that Roderick would not have released it. He is an upstanding military member.
Mhm.
He has a respect for law enforcement. He has a respect for those who serve, whether it be in the military or whether it be in law enforcement or the FBI. I have always maintained that I think it was strategic for them to release that.
Mhm.
And I don't think he had any malicious intent when he released that. I think that was done with intention.
And we
And
talked about this a couple weeks ago too, that there's all kinds of things they could have put in place to prevent that from being released.
absolutely, absolutely. If the FBI did not want that surveillance footage released, it would have never been released.
Right.
There's many ways to prevent that from being released. They could have put a gag order on Roderick. They could have, they could have, there's many things that they could have done so that
Mhm.
he didn't release it. I've
Right.
always maintained that it was strategic and it was to maybe, you know,
Well, and as of the press conference the other day, we know for sure that they had behavioral analysis analysts involved. So
right.
we can surmise that this cat and mouse game that Tisha thought she was running was being equally played from the other side.
Yes, yes, yep,
So, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago too. We talked about some high profile cases where they've done that utilizing press, media, etc.
right,
So, it's not, you know,
right.
unheard of.
Um,
Um, I haven't listened to your entire live last night yet because I'm shameful.
oh,
and
that's
we
fine.
and we talked all night
Yeah,
instead.
yeah, we did.
So, did you mention what's waiting for Tisha when she arrives in Colorado Springs?
Oh, yeah, outside the jail.
Mm-hmm.
Outside the jail when Tisha arrives tomorrow, she will arrive to blue ribbons for Gannon and pictures of Gannon outside of the entrance to the jail where she will pull up. And I sure hope I didn't see anything on it today, but I hope that they've added to it today. I think she should pull up and see his face all over outside that jail.
Yes, I did too.
Yep, I agree with you, Duty Ron. The feds would have arrested Roderick had they
Mm-hmm.
told him not to share it. The case is solid against her, and they do not need that footage to get a conviction. Otherwise, it wouldn't be released. Amen. I've, I've caught a lot of flack over my thoughts on this, but I've always maintained that my opinions were based on facts and research and all of the above. And
Right.
I'm glad that you said that, Duty Ron. Thank you.
Right.
Because I've always said that it wouldn't have been released if they didn't want it released. It was released for a purpose. And we clearly see that Tisha left with Gannon and came home without him. And I had heard several people speak about the quality of the footage. Well, first of all, the quality of the footage that Mr. Drayton had on his cloud is a lot better than what was released.
Right.
Because what was released was like a cell phone video recording that he took of his TV. And
And that he had made bigger by use of what cast, I believe he was casting to his
mhm,
TV from his iPad.
right,
So
right,
you're talking about like take a clean copy of something and make a copy of a copy of a copy and then enlarge it and make another
right,
copy. Yeah.
right, right. Yeah, like Raquel said, like a teaser, pretty much. Yeah, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it was pixelated, and but I can assure everybody, I have friends, and it was an Xfinity surveillance system. I have friends that have Xfinity surveillance systems, and they are clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
Duty runs, you've worked cases with the New York office, Eastern District, and they do not mess around. Yeah.
Hi, Joan.
The FBI means business. They do.
Very much so. There's been cases too where people have been told not to talk or try to talk, and they are served with paperwork. And if they violate that, then they are in
Mm.
contempt of court, and then they're in jail. So
Thank you, Joan. You're so sweet.
she is.
Thank you. You have sweet dreams and get lots of rest. Yeah, Joe, it is distorted. You can tell. You can tell.
Rebecca Carr, I believe that to be true.
Yeah.
Not your statement, but that they're really in it for that. The FBI, when it comes to children, they will do everything it takes to get a conviction. Yeah, and and on another note, they were extra careful in this case because and we've said this 100 times on this channel, but from the first time she did a public interview, she inferred that she was being harassed and targeted. And so they pulled back and they didn't release anything and they just let her go and they watched her and they let her talk because they were building a case where they couldn't be, accused of having prejudice towards one suspect.
Shoot the moon. I don't know why you keep doing this, but I'm going to show everybody what you're doing before I send you on your way because this is the second time you did it. We're talking about an 11-year-old boy that was savagely murdered. And this is grow up, get out of here.
Wow. Thank you, Joan. I missed that, but I'm kind of glad I did. I don't need any negativity.
Yeah.
You
People
can say that.
are
Glowing Ember 103 times. All right, I won't say it again.
what? What's that?
I said, I said we've probably said this 100 times on the channel. And Glowing Ember says my count is 103. I
Yeah.
had to take off my shoes to count. Okay, I'm sorry.
He's headed to troll somewhere else. He's not gonna be here
Yeah,
anymore.
Danielle just
Aw.
rehomed him.
I rehomed him to where trolls go. Thank you so much, Dee Dee. That's so kind of you. Thank you.
Oh, Dee Dee, that's sweet.
That's
Judy
very
Ron
sweet.
say, any law enforcement will do anything they can to make an arrest in these cases. However, the prosecutors are charged with getting the guilty verdict. Yes.
Absolutely. Um,
It has to be a team
yes,
effort.
yes. And, they had Dan May out at the
The
crime scene
house.
twice, or the house twice,
Mm-hmm.
with the crime scene techs. And I think there's some confusion about Dan May as well, but Dan May is actually not going to be prosecuting Gannon's case. It is the new, younger assistant DA who's going to be
Mm-hmm.
prosecuting, but I believe he's going to be guided by
Mentored, kind of.
Dan. Oh, shoot the moon, you're back. You're so cute, sweetheart. Can guys let me take care of this one so I can block them?
Yeah. We got it held down over here. Oh dear, 1 hour
Go do
drive
something
forest.
productive with your time. Bring awareness to something. Spread some
Mm-hmm.
kindness, spread some love. You don't need to be on the internet doing this. It's wasting your time. Time is precious. Life is short. Grow up. No, you're fine, Joe. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Did you just take your earrings off?
Not yet. I just
Oh dear. All right. Hi, 1 hour drive floors. You said, "Thank you for continually covering this for our sweet baby Gannon with so much respect for the family. Please keep up the good work, ladies. Gannon strong." Oh, that's sweet. We can't hear that enough.
Oh, we appreciate it.
Tom J says, "Your shoes are off."
My shoes are off.
Just
Well, come on. I
chocolate.
mean, come on. We're talking about an 11-year-old boy, and somebody has the immaturity in their brain to come on here and troll. That's absolutely disgusting.
It is.
Go
It
do
is.
that
Yeah.
shit on
Don't
Twitter. I don't know. Go
don't
reply to Tisha's Twitter account. Don't do it
oh
here.
don't waste your precious voice on that. Really.
Yeah, I know. It just, ugh.
Don't. Unless you have plants around you and then you're giving them.
No, but I couldn't give them, my fired up voice because you're supposed to speak kindly to your plants. Have you seen that?
I did. They have feelings, and please, I can't because I have a sister that's a vegan, and I've been one at one point in my life, and now the thought of when I pick lettuce, it's crying. Oh my! I mean, I will just, yeah, I can't. So, but I do love my little plants. I have one sitting in front of me right now.
How in the hell are you back on my channel? I've blocked you I can't. I've blocked you 3 times now.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a
Thank you,
cockroach.
Doodle. Where does he have like 20
Or
accounts that are named Shoot the
oh,
Moon?
I think it's shoot the moon in parentheses possum because you think it's dead, but it's not.
It's ridiculous.
Are you just tell us? Are you a cockroach or a possum? I have to know. I have to know.
Oh.
Either way, squish, squish. I'll get out my,
Is he really in every room you ever go to, Jeanette? That's ridiculous.
ay, ay, ay.
Oh.
I
I wonder how much they get paid to do that if they're bots. That's insane to me.
don't know.
It's so counterproductive, and it just wasted like 5 minutes of my time. Crystal,
It's asexual
it's like
reproduction.
a flying cockroach.
You know, like you squish it in half and the two parts like reform like a planaria. Like
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Nobody feed it after midnight, no bright light, and what's the other one? No water.
Yeah.
Gremlins.
Crystal, I do think a lot of people have gotten that opinion of her that Letitia's stories make everybody question, or they make you question your own IQ. They made me question my sanity, to be honest with you. I think at one point our entire team was like, "Oh my gosh."
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we didn't even know what to think at one point. And I think a lot of people have questioned Tisha's intelligence, but I am doodle bug. I
I'm
am
reading Doodlebug and not tonight, Satan.
um I really, really feel like Tisha is a lot smarter than what people give her credit for. And
Oh,
I don't care when people say she can't be that dumb and that smart. Yeah, you can, because there's no perfect crime. Criminals
she's
make mistakes. That's why the majority of them are caught. There is a thing called human error. There is, just because she came on TV and really sounded like she didn't even have a very extensive dialect, vocabulary.
vocabulary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't underestimate her. Really, don't underestimate her. Because
She's.
for 3 days, Gannon was listed as a runaway because of
Mm-hmm.
her.
Yep.
You cannot underestimate this woman. And I
Yeah.
really think that when this case is said and done, a lot of people are going to be stunned, because I feel from just the research that we have done that this is a pattern that has followed her continuously in life. Not murder, not child abuse,
Mm-mm.
but being a manipulator, being a liar,
Mm-hmm.
being somebody who has just created this tangled web of lies around herself and this narrative about who she is, but that's really not who she is. I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of people are going to be shocked. I really do.
I think she's wicked smart. Yeah.
Yes, wicked smart. It's scary smart. I agree with you, Shannon. Someone who's sick and cunning does not always appear intelligent. That's what I mean by slippery. I totally get it. I totally get it.
Is she's almost like a grifter.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why when you talk about her and you talk about the things she says and you look at some of the things when you try to backtrack with Letitia, you see patterns, and there's a little bit of truth in every little breadcrumb she drops. There, whether it's her birth date,
Right.
her middle name.
Yeah.
Uh,
I did want to clarify about that middle name. South Carolina booked her under Letitia Leanne, and I just realized this today. I think maybe that was a typo. I don't know if it
I
was,
was
but
saying
you
that.
think Letitia Lynn, Letitia Leanne, maybe the way that she said it?
That's what I was thinking. Maybe
Yeah, maybe they thought it sounded like
like
Leanne,
land.
yeah, but really it was Lynn. So that
Yeah.
that might be where that Leanne comes from. But even considering that, she still has 9 aliases if you take away that one.
Mhm.
I
You
was at
guys are funny.
3 minutes. You guys are hilarious. You're cracking me up. I needed these laughs.
I did
Where
too.
you at, Shoot the Moon? I wanna yell at you one more time. Come on back, buddy.
Oh my gosh, just like Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, oh gosh.
That is a great point, China Cat Sunflower. They don't even know who she is. Didn't the judge say something like that
Yeah,
in the
I
arraignment?
I posted that today in group. I said, "Did anybody catch this? I thought it was interesting." He said, "We are here to talk about your extradition and to prove who you really are." Ugh. 1 hour drive flares. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with what you just said, to be honest. Danielle, are you still there? The judge was great. He kept calling her little lady, and she was not going to abscond from his jurisdiction. No, Tambra, I didn't notice the judge's tie. Do tell. Sarah Adrian, somebody else said that to me the other day too. We were talking about this, and I was struggling whether or not she believes her own lies or not, whether she's pathological. And oh, okay, Tambra, it was bright blue. Good catch. And I I've had a crazy 2 days, and I honestly have only watched it twice, which is usually I'm watching it 25 times trying to pick up everything. I can't even tell you the stuff I've picked up from the or the press conferences.
Okay, I'm back.
Jennifer Lynn, that's an interesting point. I'm glad you're back. I missed you. I thought maybe Shoot to the Moon got you.
No, nope, I'm still here.
Okay,
Still
good.
here. What is I'm sorry, who are you talking to,
Well,
Jennifer?
Jennifer Lynn says, I think that was meant in regards to extradition. If she fought it, they would have to prove who she was. Oops.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's interesting. That was like kind of the you said it a lot more eloquently than I could express it. I think I've got a bunch of hamsters in my head right now. But um
Bye,
but
Duty Ron.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Definitely come back. Enjoy your
Oh,
evening with Mrs. Duty Ron.
yes. Going, Ember, don't skip your dinner just because we talked about roaches. It's not cool. And besides, roaches
Aw.
are they're protein too.
Oh my gosh, Amy.
Sustainable protein.
So I should probably give my evening disclaimer that it's husky playtime. And
Yay!
my one husky's throwing his food bowl around. If you hear any clatter in the background, that's what it is. Sorry, not sorry. I guess that's just how it is around here.
Real life.
Yeah.
Casey, me too, so she knows who not to go camping with. I'm just weird and I don't have a filter sometimes. I'm sorry.
Yvette, hold on. Yvette, we did see those. We did see those pictures. We actually did a live on that
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago, I think
Yeah.
it was, and we played that video probably, I don't know, 10, 15 times. How many times did we watch that video? It was quite a bit.
I don't know. Who's keeping count in here? Glowing Ember, how many times?
Yeah.
Quite a few times. Quite a few times. And actually
Thank you, Joan. You're so sweet.
She is.
The dog's life at Danielle's. Do you guys hear him in the background?
We do. We can hear their little feetsy claws hitting the floor. It's like
my male husky. He's so bad, but he's the sweetest boy. He gets into trouble though. Like, I'm going to have to go take this from him because I think he's breaking something. He's chewing something. He's only 3, so he tends to be naughty when I'm not looking. Hold on.
That's not bad. That's mischievous.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got to take it away from him before he eats something. Hold on.
Aw, Casey, me too. Yours broke. I think I was born without one, maybe. So it's always like there's like funny and there's a line, and then I just keep going, and then all of a sudden I realize that it happened, and I'm like, oh, my freak flag is flying. Okay, so Glowing Ember says we watched it 1,001 times. Yes. We did.
Sweet, crazy. Yes, he is just a toddler. And he's so funny. He knows, I could never be mean like to an animal. So I'm like, what are you doing? And he immediately looks away from me. Like, he can't look at me. He's ashamed of himself.
And they are so cute when they make when they talk to you and we can hear it. It's the best.
Yeah,
they do. Their little husky back talk.
They do talk to me all the time. They talk to each other. They do some funny stuff. Funny. Their personalities are so different too. My female husky is very she's very prissy. If the boys and I leave and I come home and my male husky has done something bad, my female husky will put herself in timeout in the corner. So when I walk in the door, if she's sitting by my back door in the corner, I automatically say, Zeke, what did you do? Because she's like telling on him. Like, I'm just going to sit right here so I don't get in trouble. It's, he's a wild one. Maui girl, he's doing a lot better today. Thank you. He's a little crabby today, which is understandable.
He's feisty.
He's feisty today, but
that's a good sign. It means he's healing.
Yes.
Oh.
So,
one of the night that
he does Glowing Ember. He does. As soon as I look away, he's back into getting in trouble. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're fine. I was just thinking the night that remember how
they want to see the video of Nate. Okay, you keep talking, I'll get the video of Nate.
Okay, yeah. Well, I want to ask you something. You're gonna still be here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The night so I'll back up. Last night when you were talking about how sometimes you know something and you can't reveal what you know or a source or whatever. So you'll kind of give an opinion to see if to feel out if anybody else has
Right.
made a connection or whatever.
Yes.
And um the night we were watching the truck video, there was some of that going on when
Hmm.
we were talking about this. So you, and not to give away your trade craft, but
Well, I gave myself away yesterday and told my tradecraft
oh,
because
you
I was,
did?
yeah, I did, because I was so highly scrutinized and insulted that
Yeah,
I decided to give away my little trick. So I have
yeah.
no problem being transparent, especially when people make assumptions.
Oh no, me either. I went through hours of video last night.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you.
So, yep. Hmm.
So I don't, you know, we've covered this case extensively. Oh, good night, Joni Lee. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Daily Dale, I had to. I had to. Um, it wasn't a video that was alive at all. It was another video. So, anyways, you were talking about the comments that night when I was trying to give hints to people.
Yes.
I did, to be honest with you, there's been so much commentary on here, and I remember a lot of it, but I don't really recall what was said that night.
Well, we were just talking about, the back of the truck and what could be back there. And did anybody hear about this? Does anybody know about something like this? That type of thing. So I don't know how much. I probably shouldn't have brought it up because I don't know how much I should say. So I'll
Oh,
just
you're
leave it like
fine.
that.
You're
But
fine.
we were talking about a brown suitcase. We were talking
Yeah.
about whether or not you'd notice luggage missing from your house.
Yeah.
If that's something you would notice right away, that
Yeah.
type of stuff.
Yes,
I
Jill. I'm gonna share it. It's actually transferring right now. I'm gonna
prepare
share it.
yourselves.
I'm gonna share it. Mm.
Where is he? Does he know?
He wasn't theorizing. He said what he said in a way that said he knows she has confessed. Who are you talking about, Des?
I don't know. See,
I
Amanda
think
remembers.
Des is talking about Duty Ron.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, you just said that. Yeah, thanks for clarifying.
Yeah.
Sometimes you look up and you see the chat and you're like, there's no
Yeah.
context.
I do
Casey,
great.
me too, caught the night of the brown suitcase. Yeah.
Did you catch it, Casey, that night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Amanda did
Amanda caught
too.
it. I think
Yeah.
some of you messaged me and I was like, I can't say, and I feel bad,
Mhm.
but um I do appreciate each and every one of you and your kind comments and your input. Thank you for saying that, Doodlebug, because I do.
Yes, Casey, me too. That is the exact one I'm talking about. The night we kept looking for the bounce in the back of the truck, and we kept saying, "Look right under the Y where Xfinity is. Like, look right there, or you'll miss it." Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, let me get the video of my son up. It's hilarious. It'll be a couple minutes though, so
Okay. So we have time. It's pretty funny, you guys.
oh my gosh. There's quite a few funny ones, but
I don't know which one you're gonna post. Danielle has good relationships with other true crime YouTubers, but she
Yeah,
kind of,
I'm really kind of curious why Daily Dale is asking me these questions. I find it very interesting, actually.
yeah.
I don't have any animosity. I don't think it's unfair to be kind on other channels. I appreciate when people come on here and be kind. So
Especially when it's
for when
for
it's for a
Gannon.
cause, when
Yeah,
it's
for
the
victim.
cause that
Mhm.
surrounds an 11-year-old little boy.
Yeah.
I'm on the page where I feel like people should really just be nice to each other. I mean, Shannon, are you saying same as to what I said? Yeah, why am I being questioned? Yeah, it's interesting. Aw, soul for music. Aw.
But gosh,
Gotcha, Shannon. Yeah.
it's okay, Daly. She just was asking.
You're new to the community? Okay. That's
Oh,
interesting.
and Mata, that's a nice comment. Well, Yvette was saying she was watching that night, the post in the where you freeze frame the item bouncing up. She was
Mhm.
curious what you think because she trusts your opinion. I mean,
Thank you. Yvette, I will go back and look at it in the group and I will comment in there because I'd like to actually look at it. Sometimes I have a hard time with freeze frames and stuff because I don't know. I don't always see the detail that other people see, but I will definitely. Yeah, Don J. Yeah, that's accurate, and he's no longer here, so we'll just let that go. He's not new.
let
He's
it
not new in the
go.
community. Yeah. Hold on one second. I'm gonna play the video of Nate.
Yay. Yes, Jessica Turner, you did. I saw that. Um, Des Harris, it should be organized and sorted. I'll have to go back and look when we're done and make sure every post is tagged. But it would be under videos, I believe, or there might be a tab for like Red Truck. We try to tag the posts so they're easily found, but I will look for it for you. You have no idea when the discovery that you're not well, it's not really it would be the first thing that would come out would be the arrest affidavit and we don't have any idea. So your guess is as good as mine. Who makes your skin crawl, Casey? Me too. I'm curious. Hi, Matt. Good to see
Daily
you.
Dale. Daily Dale makes her skin crawl, and
Oh,
I find it very interesting that somebody is going out of their way to pay attention to my comments. My comments are always kind if I do comment somewhere. And the last time I checked, I know where you can find the YouTube police.
the beep censor.
But um, it's not going to be here that you're going to be policing me. I'm a grown adult.
Right.
I can send you that way.
Stop. You got a squad car parked outside? You got a uniformed car? Can you call it in? Oh my gosh.
Doodlebug. I'm gonna choke. I just
Oh my gosh.
sometimes need to. Sometimes I need to mute my mic and not say what's on my mind because I'm fired up. I've been fired up for a few days, you guys.
I like Raquel's sirens.
I've been I've been sending sirens and text messages lately. And said, someone call the YouTube police
Oh
because
no. Stop. The conscience of YouTube.
oh, I'd rather
The great protector. Yes. It's
yeah.
okay. Oh, it's all right. It's okay. We can say it
Soul
anyway.
for music, you're cracking me up. You're cracking me up. Okay, this video, I think it's still downloading.
Aspen the doctor? Oh,
What?
Doodle.
What she's what,
My goodness. The police are number one.
sweet crazy. It's like I want you both to let it out. Just let it
Oh,
all out.
girl, you don't.
I told Amy, I'm like, you know, I swear to all of my subscribers that we don't do drama here, but I'll give you the stage for one night. I'll give it to you. I'll
Oh,
let you,
me?
yes,
Yeah.
I'll let you address what everybody wants you to let out because
There was a reason, you guys. There was a reason I was quiet last night
John
because,
Jay.
yep, sometimes my hamsters get vocal. So, Casey, well, I mean, that just made the hair on my neck literally stand on end and go creep or somewhere else. I snorted. I didn't snort this time. I do snort. I'm not even gonna lie. I do. I didn't snort tonight though. You heard something else.
It may have been me hitting my mic because I was like doubled over laughing.
Did.
Oh,
What
yep.
did
I'll gladly give her the stage for the night. She has my permission for one night. We can throw all the rules to the side and
hey,
give her the floor. She knows.
listen, I will say one thing. I know who I am. I know what was said. I actually pulled video and I show my class and not my ass. So there
There
you
you
go.
go, Connie.
All right. So when you think when you're in Raquel's situation, we call when you come to this channel, sometimes you got to be wearing your party pants.
Shannon. Oh
Oh,
boy.
oh my gosh. Oh.
Funny stuff.
Oh. You guys do overs from the other night, but I don't know. I don't know what that means. I want to know what it means.
Class, not ass. More like a
Where,
party diaper.
yeah, well, like that crazy astronaut lady that drove across the state for her. Yeah, the party pants.
That's funny.
Oh, Raquel, that's my
Class
life.
notes. Everybody get out your notebook.
What, class, not ass?
Yeah, no, Doodlebug said class notes.
Oh, I think she was saying class, not ass,
Oh.
not class, not ass.
I read it wrong. She said class, not ass.
I've been taking my class,
Yeah.
not ass.
I seriously thought I looked at it wrong. I said, oh, we're just being silly. We're being silly. It's been an emotional week. Not only has it been an emotional week, it's been an
Yeah,
emotional hell of 2 weeks, actually. So
it has.
A 5-star notebook.
I
Oh my
snorted. I did it. I did it. Yeah, I can take a
Oh,
shot or whatever you do. Oh,
sweet
oh
crazy said
God.
it's effing time.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I'm still working on this video. I'm getting distracted. Sorry guys, that's
we've been
funny.
talking about how there's this, it's been like really dramatic things, like, the news we got about Gannon the other day, and then eerie silence, and then a swirling of like drama where we're just kind of looking over like, whoa, that stuff is crazy over there. And then the next thing you know, it's like a riptide and it's pulling you in and you're trying to swim against it. It's just been absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's
I
been
mean,
nuts. It has been absolutely insane.
it has. I mean, there was somebody
Like to the
driving
like, is
around to
this the
3 different Taco Bells the other night. I heard.
Yeah. Guilty, guilty.
Oh. Oh, you heard my snorts, Lady Grace. Well, welcome. You'll hear them sometimes. I get so
Okay,
caught up.
so for me to get this video, I have to go away for a second and come right back.
Okay.
I'll be right back. You guys keep
Jeez.
laughing for 2
I-
minutes and I'll be
I'll get
back.
separation anxiety. Please come back.
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Okay. Casey, I think that the first Taco Bell didn't have any meat. The second Taco Bell didn't have any ice. And then the third one was just right. But I heard it, the play by play. Oh, it was funny. It was funny. She was on a mission, like the Blues Brothers. Yeah, no pressure, right? Oh, oh, you guys are so funny. You didn't sleep at all last night? There's something in the air, really. Sulfur music, I always want tacos. I could live on them, I think. Are you talking to me, Don J? Can I sing? I think I can sing, but when I turn down the volume, I find out differently. Oh, I'm a rock star in my head. That's right, Manda. Tacos, burritos, fajitas, chili rellenos, tamales. That's one thing I miss from Texas is tamales at Christmas time. Tambra, there's no grammar police here either. There's no YouTube police in here and there's no grammar police. Just relax. That's right, Amanda. I can sing. Now, whether or not you want to listen is a whole nother thing. Joan, 2 hours? It takes you literally have to make a run for the border. Good grief. Sulfur music. I hear you. I try to not do it, but Matt Black, I think we are on, and I'm hoping I'm saying your last name correctly. I think we are on lack of sleep, um, the pressure, not the pressure, but the stress and the emotion of this case. There's some other things that go on in the YouTube community that have been festering for a little bit. Just stuff like that. And I think tonight we got a case of the sillies. It's not being, we're trying not to be please nobody take this as disrespectful. It's an outlet. just joke. Oh, Casey, me too. I'd take you to Taco Bell in a heartbeat. Chili cheese burritos are your favorite. Yum. Des Harris, I remember that. And there's actually an old school Taco Bell down by the beach that still has that. I might take a picture of it, post it on the Facebook page one day just for you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sergeant SAE Gen X Shannon is in the house, but she's in uniform. She's got her arms on her hips. I'm here. Once I learn a few questions I have about commas and adverbs, I'm on your ass. That's right, Casey, too. Gannon wouldn't want us crying. He would want us laughing. You follow our humor more than UK humor? Is this sound horrible? I'm sorry.
All right,
Sorry
I'm
about that.
back.
Yay! I was
Which
getting
one?
worried.
You're getting worried. Which one do you guys want to see? Do you want to see like the 30-second video or the minute and 50-second video? They're both
Which
funny.
one's
They're
funnier?
both funny.
Um, Give us the short one first.
Okay. Let me get it. So it's going to be this one. I have to pause it.
Shannon's hilarious. She's declared herself the grammar police.
Is she the grammar police?
She
Hey,
said she saw a comma here and a misuse of an adverb there.
everybody should police whatever
Yeah.
suits them. Glowing ember.
La cucaracha.
Okay. All right. I think I have to do it this way. I have to wait for my son to stop running water in the sink.
Danette, you're scared.
Oh, what are you scared of, Jeanette?
She's like laughing. Scared. I don't know. I think we're just so crazy tonight. They're like, I don't know. Shannon, you spelled that wrong.
Jeanette's I'm shoot the moon police. Yeah, Matt, we're wrapping it up anyways, to be honest with you. I'm gonna show a video of my son. We're just blowing off some steam.
We have shiny ball syndrome.
Yeah. Okay, let me play this video.
Yay. JA, you'd keep her in business.
Hold on one moment. Hey, Nate, you're going to have to wait like 3 minutes to do that. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Matt, thanks for the compliments. Shannon, I was teasing you. By the way, you commented on my Facebook page. My mother's like, take that down. That's terrible.
Did she?
Like 4 times, 4 voicemails today. It's still up there. Your great aunt saw that. She's 90.
That's funny. Okay, I'll play this one, and I'm gonna have to share it this way. So hold on one moment.
Sharing is caring. Evil. Amanda, that's good. I like that. No, Christoph, there is no word on if Gannon has been found or who may or may not be a witness. Shannon.
There is word there's word from El Paso County that they stated earlier that been found. So,
wait, what? You were breaking
they
up. What did you just
clarify
say?
that. El Paso County clarified earlier that Gannon has not been found.
Okay, you broke up and it sounded like you said he had been found.
Can you hear
So
me?
yeah, you're breaking up. You're like the robotic voice.
Yeah.
You're
Oh, no, 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 no. They clarified. That was like one of the.
okay. Can someone type?
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna type in the chat. Hold on. Let's see if this will work. You guys cracked up when I said shiny ball syndrome. Isn't that? That's not dirty, right? Oh dear. I hope it's not. I didn't mean for it to be. I said shiny ball syndrome. It's like, is that dirty? I don't think it's dirty. I think it's when you have like ADD and you're like, oh, like doing something and then something catches your eye because it's sparkly and then you're over there. Oh, okay. You guys are just being silly. I think Danielle had to leave and come back, but she's on her way. You guys, that's a whole nother thing.
Okay, am I still a
You're
robot?
back.
Nope,
you sound good.
Okay, let me share this video. Sorry.
Okay, good, because they're talking about balls and I don't like it.
Oh my goodness, guys. All right.
That's right, Vanda. Sweaty. Shannon. Oh. You guys are nuts. You made me snort. Oh my gosh. I say squirrel too, Danette. Yeah. I did, Rhonda. I'm all stuffed up and it's, yep. I always, while we're waiting for Danielle, I always say, like, when I'm lying in bed and I'm trying to get my mind to shut down. Oh wait, maybe we're ready to rock and roll here. See something happening. I'm breaking up. No. I'm breaking up. No. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys play Marco Polo?
How do you feel?
Like $1 million.
Like $1 million?
Joe, can you hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. Ooh, I think the video is about to play. Or just pulling it up. Don Jay, I saw that earlier. The guy that's walking across the volcano. Oh no, I'm a robot. All right. Well, as soon as Danielle's back in here, I'm so sorry.
Texting right now.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's not gonna work, guys. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know why everything just like slowly started not working. And Amy turned into a robot, but yeah, I can try it again. I'll try it one more time. But even the video is like black. There's no video there. I don't know. If you're in the Facebook group, I'll post them in the Facebook group. I know it's not really a place to share it, but I'll post it in there. And then next time, hopefully I can share it. Oh, that's a good idea. Let me try to do that. Thank you, Sparta. Thank you. That might work. Maybe. Anyways, hopefully tomorrow we'll hear some good news about Gannon. As far as, maybe they'll find him tomorrow. Maybe they'll bring him home tomorrow. We know that Tisha is going to be back in Colorado probably tomorrow sometime. I am having major tech issues. So I am going to actually end this so I can see what's going on here. It's been fun laughing with you guys tonight. Definitely been fun laughing for you. Light the chat up blue for Gannon. Don't forget Gannon. The chat replay will be available. You should be able to click those links to all the links that my amazing mods shared. And the different links, the petitions to sign for Gannon. One is for Gannon's Law. One is for a street named in Gannon's honor. One is a link for shirts that are being sold from a veteran-owned company. They're gorgeous shirts. So, yes, Danette, laughter is medicine, and we did need that for sure. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all my mods down there. You guys are amazing. Car Guy, Amy, Shannon, Doodle, Manda. Who else is down there modding tonight? I don't want to forget anybody. Did I say Doodlebug? I think I got everybody. If I didn't, it's not because I forgot you. It's because I don't know who's all down there. So yeah, thanks to Amanda, Shannon, Amy, Joe, Doodlebug. You guys are awesome. And for everybody who hung out, I appreciate it so much. Hopefully when I come back, I will have maybe a more exciting live with more information and some updates in Gannon's case. And thank you so much for the super chat earlier. I will talk to you all later. And I'll post that video of my son. I'll put it in the Facebook group. So you guys can all see it there. Good night, guys. Have a good night. Bye.